in the end zone.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. This defense for the Patriots, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 79 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Yeah, he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on next-gen stats. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know that, oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
That one brought back a few nightmares, because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there, having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Here's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle. But they allow the conversion. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Allen's throw here into the hands of Harry. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Run here with Jason Huntley. And his first carry, he loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. The 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads, and you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. They get it to him running left, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Henry. Well, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. They'll run. It's Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Titans have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Patriots 7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? On play action, Allen.
They'll get this into the hands of Huntley.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. Allen off the play fake. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Here's Allen following the fumble recovery.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Danico Autry coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Patriots 7.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're going to try and throw. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Fighting through, and he's got space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
119 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Derrick Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Tannehill's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And the Titans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 1st down, Allen. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Steven Sims Jr. with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Out to his left. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen. And incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Going for it all. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Folk connects on the extra point. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. After the penalty, it's Henry. And down he'll go at the 25. 129 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, Henry breaks the tackle. Now Allen. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Titans are going to take the lead. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. To throw, it's Allen. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Check. Crunch. 56.
On second down, Huntley. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Harry. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20, 10. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And Folks' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 40.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
Devin McCourty brings him down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd and 5.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And some room to maneuver. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
221 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Allen. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's 2nd down. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. Now Allen. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. He completes it right side to White. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's White. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's White. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. They stay on the ground with White. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And Folk's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few 1st downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. 234 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Again, it's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, It's Henry, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On second down, here's Henry. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
A carry for Gibson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
At the Patriots' 42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Randy Bullock on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Allen finds White, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Throwing is Allen. He'll leave this one for White. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are on the field?
First down, here's White. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Allen. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's White. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Here's Allen. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Just a yard to go here on second down. A run with Huntley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They come up on a first and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Allen going to try and keep it. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the fourth quarter. The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late fourth quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tannehill to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, an excellent tackle there as they keep him in bounds and hold him to no gain. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Throwing Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Tannehill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off.
And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime.
Come on, boys!
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry, only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Well, they only need about a half a foot. It's overtime, but they're back in their own territory.
And you know those decision makers that are battling inside the head coach's mind right now? One saying, hey, offense is pretty good. Other one saying, no, rely on your defense. That's what you got to decide in this situation. Where do you have the confidence? That determines what you're going to do.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll try the left side with Gibson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
A handoff running left is Gibson.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A handoff, running left, Henry. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. And they need 5 yards on third down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. They'll run for it with Henry, going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. Derrick Henry denied here on fourth down. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. First throw of overtime for Allen. He'll find Harry on the right side. 7 yards the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Flush to his right. Got a man open. That's Harry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here at overtime. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. They go again with Huntley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does